Alright, so today is the last part of the chord progression series. In this video, we're going to be going over velocity and how to make this chord progression sound more realistic. I got a bunch of different tips and tricks that I like to do. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is the last video of the series, and we're going to focus on making this chord progression sound more real by using velocity and moving some of the notes around, delaying them, or making them a bit earlier instead of being directly on grid, so we can get a more realistic feel from this chord progression. One thing I definitely recommend doing if you have a MIDI keyboard is just replaying certain parts of this. So for example, you could take this chord right here and replay it on the MIDI keyboard. Find out what this chord is going to be. And then you can go ahead and just replay it. So we could do that by just going here and we can hit record everything and we'll just record this. And then we could just take this and move it in and just kind of arrange this a little bit better. And you can already see this sounds better and it obviously feels more real because we did play it. So we'll go ahead and leave this. I'm going to bring the velocities of a couple of these a little bit higher. Let's go with here, bring this up a little bit. And we're going to work off this. So let's say you didn't have a MIDI keyboard, but let's go ahead, keep this one the same and kind of build off of that. Because I don't want to have that feeling that this is all being played extremely on grid and the velocity at max. It just doesn't sound too good to me. It could sound a lot better. So for the top melody, I'm going to bring all these down. So all I'm going to do is hold control, click all these and bring them down a little bit. And for these notes, I'm going to try to match this. So if you see, we can go ahead and select this. So just get these a little bit closer. So for this one, we could bring this down to about here. And let's see what these are at. This one is a little bit higher. So we can leave that there. And let's match this one. We could bring this down here. So all I'm doing is holding control and then clicking, left clicking so I could see. And I'm kind of just going to match these up a little bit. And then we'll go to the top melody. We'll Alt R to randomize a little bit. And let's hear what this sounds like now. Also, what I'm going to do is take this note in right here and slightly push it in. So all I'm doing is holding Alt to detach it from the grid. And we'll move it in a little bit and see what this sounds like. Let's bring this note down a little bit. Actually, this one up and then the E down. And that already sounds so much better. We could actually bring these up just a little bit overall, which we'll probably do at the end. But let's go like this and just bring these up a little bit. And now let's just continue on what we already did. Let's go to this note. Let's bring it down a little bit and move it over. And I'm kind of going to have it go in a little bit to the next part. So let's go ahead and kind of match these. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Since we actually played this one and we have some real velocity to go off of, they obviously wouldn't be exactly the same if you played them all, but it gives us kind of like a good little starting point. So let's go ahead and bring this down as well. I'm going to go ahead and bring this note in a little bit. And I want to have this note be further down. And then for the last 4 bars, we'll have this be a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more upfront, so it kind of picks up the emotion, but it'll be kind of similar to over here. So we'll probably make it a little similar to this, but bring up the velocity a little bit more so it kind of just has a little bit more impact, as if we were really playing it. That part came up and we wanted it to be a little bit more emotional. So let's work on this part real quick. This is definitely like straight down the grid, perfectly on the grid. Velocity is all the same. So I'm going to move these in a little bit, move this one back, something like that. And let's go ahead and look at all the velocities. They are very similar. So I'm going to bring this one down like that. And then let's see, let's move the C and let's see what this sounds like so far. Let's bring this down further. Let's go like this. And let's have this C's velocity be a little bit higher so it can lead into this part, which is going to be more impactful, or at least that's kind of what we're going to make it be. So I'm just going to look at these velocities over here, and I'm kind of just going to copy them, see what they're at. So this one, let's bring it here, something like this. You can actually just take these and replace them like that. And let's go something like this. Let's see. Bring these up just a little bit. Let's bring these up. See, it's already sounding a little bit like it's building up. I like that. Let's bring this down a little bit. Probably gonna have these play super on grid as they were. And bring up the velocity a little bit. And this one needs to go down. Let's bring this down. And let's go over here, move these over a little bit. And that F, let's bring this down. And this F as well. That E is way better like that. Let's go ahead, let's bring it back up, watch. Way better. Velocity just helps out so much. And you see how it builds that suspense right here, and then these chords just hit real hard, and then it goes right back to something smooth. And now that we added a little bit of movement, a little bit of velocity, let's go ahead and listen to this now. I hope you guys did enjoy this series, and if I should do more series like this, drop a comment down below. All right, so if you guys did like this mini series and want me to do more like that, drop a comment down below, let me know. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, leave a thumbs up. You guys can follow me on all social medias at Lifestyle Did It. Make sure to hit my site, lifestyledidit.com, for everything else. Other than that, subscribe to your boy, push notifications. Thanks.